if I found a more better person than my husband, would you allow me to get married into that relation, to that husband?
I don't know. What I know, if you loved your first husband, you shouldn't again go loving other men. You should.
Hey besties, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you haven't bado subscribed, kindly do subscribe. Let's just do it. 1 2 3 4 5. Yeah, and if you're a returning subscribee, thank you for always coming back to this channel to support me. Like, share, comment, don't skip the ads. As you can see, I have my beautiful, not beautiful, handsome daddy over here.
Hi fans, subscribers to Shiko online. Welcome to the questions that she's going to ask me. And I'll try my best to answer them.
Wow. Dad, the first question. Dad, if I got beaten in my marriage, yani by my husband, what would you do?
Well, in the first place, the idea of beating is unknown to me. Because I believe couples should sort out their issues by talking.
Yep.
But not by beating.
Yeah.
So, what I would say is that that type of relationship is not good. And I would advise you, if it's not the first or the second time, that you should depart.
We should just tuachane, sindo?
Yes.
What if you have kids? Would you prefer like I just come with the kids and maybe hata nihiriniache home and nikitafuta what to do and then maybe settle down?
Yes.
You'd be okay with that?
With your kids, if they are below 18, you'll leave them with me. And then you'll find the other places where you can be comfortable. Like trying to look for a job. And when you are comfortable and you are settled, then you can take your kids.
Or what if now the man comes back, maybe it's not like the first time, not the second time amenichapa, and then Ikuja and then he comes back with their family. Like what would you tell them?
I would tell them that that idea of beating is not good. And because that's a family, that's another family altogether. What I would probably do, if it's the first time that they've come, we'll talk with them together with your husband, and then we would have to find a solution. If your husband apologizes and says that he will not repeat that thing of beating you again, then I would agree that you go back on the understanding that no further beating.
No further beating.
Yes.
Would you like give them a penalty, like you have to drink this so that nikubali, or you just give them free, like just go?
Well, the idea of saying a penalty, the same might arise when you have to beat you again. And then they think of that when you go and talk, there will be a penalty there. And when you pay the penalty, then things go back to normal. I wouldn't like to talk of, I would accept a penalty, but amicably sorting issues and forgetting the idea of beating you would be the lasting solution.
Wow, tuseme ya coming home ni mara yake ya kwanza, lakini anashingi kunichapa narudi, and then kuna wewe mwanaume anataka kunioa tena. Kunioa. Would you allow the marriage, now the second marriage?
Well, I would only allow the second marriage if we finalize, or you finalize. If you are legally married, you do a complete divorce.
Wow.
And then from there, you can now get engaged to your other man.
Dad, and I'm like, because now maybe we are okay, we are like, we're moving to this second man who is going to bring the marriage to you, the bride and everything, would you like, unaweza rudisha mahari ya kwanza kwa huyu wa kwanza, ama it's just a divorce and that's it, kila mtu anaenda kwa za kwake?
No, what I would do, I would think about the kids, the cost of raising them, and what I would do is, if you are divorced, then I would return.
You would return
the amount of money that they had given me, and then the issue of the children would come in. That is, if they are below 18, the responsibility of bringing them up should be their first husband. Okay? And then when they are above 18, they will then decide where to shift. Either to you or to their father.
Oh, Daddy, would you like allow him like now to see the kids?
Obvious.
Like you did
that is right, and it's the right of the children also to see their father.
Wow.
Yeah.
I understand that. The second one is, do you think it's right like talking to you what I'm passing through in my marriage? Ama anafaa kunyamazia? Ama do you think there are some things that I should tell you, some things I shouldn't tell you? What do you think?
Now, when in marriage, there are family issues. That is between you and your husband.
Yeah.
And you should discuss them and come to an agreement. At the final, as you close up the chapter of discussing issues of your family issues, I shouldn't really come in, but if it's so necessary, that's when I can get involved.
Like, what do you think there are things that I should tell you? Like, maybe to come again, you think I shouldn't like hide it to you, to like portray your picture we are okay, and maybe to come again, like financial things. Do you think it's right maybe telling you?
About your financial?
Yeah, like for example, financial, yani if he cheats on me, and Bitten, you've already said like sayo kitu nafaa kuambia, if financial, and then maybe what else? Let's just give an example of those two. Maybe coming when he comes late, is not maybe like really providing, is a narcissist.
Now that's an issue probably you can tell me. And I believe these are things that you should be talked over now between me and his family.
Also, like I should tell you, so wewe ndo unaambia familia yake ndo anamwambia, ama it's wewe tu ndo nafaa nikikuambia ndo namuongelesha?
No, if you tell me and that's a concern, then the right thing to do consult his parents. We talk over the issue. That is on the date coming, not being a provider of the family, and then obviously when we talk that is between me and their parents, then definitely we come with a solution.
So it's not bad. So you think it's not bad, maybe issues zenye mnapitia kujulisha wazazi?
It's not bad.
It's not bad
because you keep me updated.
Yeah.
Of the way that you are staying with your husband.
So like I should never tint that image of you are good and else you are not good.
Yes.
Wow. In which instances would you allow me kurudi home from my marriage? I guess this one tumesema. It's more of if it beats me.
Yeah.
And what else?
Well.
Which other case would you like be where rudi to home?
Well. You have your own finances. And he has his own finances. And you're supposed to contribute together to the well-being of the family or wherever. if he misuses the finances, that belongs to the two of you, then you have a right of saying you don't find the relationship being nice because you're working for the betterment of your kids.
Yeah.
So on that instance, you can also decide to part.
And I'm like, Dad, if maybe I'm earning 100,000, maybe he's earning 200,000, do you think like pesa yangu ni yangu, ama should I like ni anakuwa na provide, ama how should you what do you think about that?
Okay.
When it comes to that,
you should it's a joint venture. You should each contribute to the well-being of your family. And then the surplus, you are supposed to, the two of you, know how to invest.
Oh, and I'm like, Dad, do you think it's okay like kumwambianga kila kitu kama ni we have these women in the village wanafungwanga like chama, do you think it's right maybe like telling my husband each and everything that maybe I'm doing, ama napata do, ama I should just ile ananyamazia zingine?
No, we should be open to each other.
To each other, like anajua my income, najua his income. And when it comes to like maybe kama ni accounts, do you think it's right opening account as a joint, ama I have my own account and he has his own account?
Well, I believe a joint account is good.
A joint account,
when all of you are open to each other. Okay? And if you're not open to each other, then each person can have his or her own account. And then what you should be doing is to contribute towards on what you have agreed, the two of you.
Oh, but you prefer it when it's mkiwa too open kwa kila.
When you're open to each other,
the better.
The better.
Wow. If my in-laws are not welcoming, what would be your advice? Like maybe tunakuwa tunavurugana with their sis-in-laws, like naona ni kama maybe ama Kikuyu and then wao ni Wajaka, they speak a certain language tukiwa nao yenye sielewi kama wananisengenya, and maybe I feel as if kuna that favorism. What would be your advice?
Well, the first thing is that you are married to your husband, and the very, very most important thing is that the two of you are teaming up together. You can forget about the in-laws.
So it's not something alarming.
Very true or totally no at all, as far as the well-being of your family is concerned. Take again, they are of a different tribe, and you are of a different tribe. It's not necessary that you should know their tribe.
I shouldn't even like be. It's not so alarming.
It's not alarming.
Wow. The other thing is that if my husband was infertile, what would you advise me? Like to say my husband, tumekuwa married, tumekaa 1, 2, 3 years, tumeenda hospitali, and then like naambiwa my husband ni ako infertile, and maybe I want kids. What would you tell me? Like, do you prefer like nimwache nioleke kwingine, ama what would you like take on that?
It will depend on you. Between you, the relationship that is there between you and your husband. You can decide to adopt a child if you so much love your husband. But if you feel you're not okay, then you can separate.
And
or you can make a divorce, and then you get married to a person that will give you kids if you are fertile and is not fertile. But all that matters most is how are you related to your husband.
And like now as is a grand, now as my dad, nikwambia mi sijui nitafanya nini, but the decision that you make to me nitaichukua. I will be okay with that. Unaweza niambia aje?
That one, what I can say, totally depends on you.
Wow.
Okay?
On my happiness.
On your happiness.
So hapo wezi, so you'll be okay even if he's infertile and say I want just to stay with him.
Yes.
So any adopted child will be okay.
Yeah. if you decide with your husband.
Oh, okay. If I found a more better person than my husband, would you allow me to get married into that relation, to that husband?
I don't know. What I know, if you loved your first husband, you shouldn't again go loving other men. You should be satisfied with your husband, irrespective of how he is and how much he's earning, and you stay a comfortable life.
Wow. Now what if now my husband died at an early age, like, you know, like a sahi, and then my husband akufe? Would you like, is it okay to like remarry again?
Yeah, if he dies, you can make a decision, okay? But that decision must be, you must be very wise. If you get married to another man, and note that you also have other kids with your first husband, you have to be very conscious, because my take would be, if you had about two, 3 kids,
there is no need.
There is no need of getting married.
Just like, just we're too done and just be with it.
Yes.
Okay. If I was dating a person, later tells me he has a kid, is it okay like to get married to that person, or else maybe I don't have any kid? Do you think it would bring an issue of now like he has a kid with another person and I mean nimekuja don't have? Do you think it's right?
That totally depends on you. That totally depends on
you. But you have known me for almost, you know me for all that long. Do you think I'll accept that? I would be like, no. With how venye nimekuwa, do you think?
Now you see what? You are trying to put me in your shoes.
No.
You are trying to put me in your shoes.
Yeah, but you know me.
I know you.
Yeah, so kindly help me out.
But the other decisions that you make on your own, totally on your own, it will depend on whether you will be in a position to accept the child as your child, and you really will accept that child be like your child, then it will be okay. But if you don't, you do not.
I find it hard.
You find it hard. Then definitely what you do is you just part and they say you cannot get married to him.
Like dad unapata, maybe you love this person but you find it hard like accepting that kid, you know. Like najua, maybe hata even if ukipata watoto wako, you won't treat that person, that kid well. Do you think it's okay? Like should I just leave the relationship and just...
You just leave the relationship.
Yeah, true. Okay, is it okay getting back to my ex after a breakup?
It will depend. If you are separated, you can rejoin together. Okay. After you settle the issues that or the differences that were there between you and your husband. Okay. But if you talk and you find that you cannot really come together, by this I mean if you are married in church or through government agencies, and you have the certificate of marriage, and you've been separated for some time, then if you decide to come back again, that would mean that you talk together with family members, you set out issues, and then probably when you come to an agreement that favors you and also favors your ex-husband, then you can join up together. But if it's hard from the separation, you just go to divorce.
Oh, okay. Now dad, if he's not like my husband, maybe you have been dating this person and then we break up, and then maybe after some time sanitafute, do you think it's always okay getting back to that person?
It's not necessary.
It's not necessary.
It's not
Dad, they always have this motion of like men in blue, they always wanakuanga na wake wengi, like they don't settle for nyumba moja, atakuwa na akienda kwingine wanakuwa na wake wengine. If I told you like I have this man ni jeshi na nataka kunioa, do you have an issue of that?
Well, what there is, it has always been said
yeah.
that these people in blue,
yeah,
that they are not serious.
Yeah, they are not serious. Yeah,
they are not
that's
serious.
the word.
And I believe this is due to the way they have been trained. They have an non-care attitude.
Yeah. A certain pride also.
A certain pride. And for that matter, I wouldn't wish you to get married. The men in blue.
You'd feel like
yeah, I've not always been comfortable with them. The way I find, the way I read about them in the papers, also in the television and in the radios, what you hear them, it really leaves a lot to be desired.
You feel like maybe anaweza niua, that's why you'd be like, no, I wouldn't want my daughter to get married to them.
Correct.
Yeah, not that like you hate them, but is that fear.
Yeah.
Like ile nimekwambia like tumevurugana na yeye nini watu unaweza kuwa una feel aje?
Well, I would be scared. And for that matter, I wouldn't like.
You wouldn't really like.
I wouldn't really like.
You fear. So you say the fear of how they are kind of heartless.
Yes.
And you don't like that at all.
Correct.
Wow, besties, if you have had it, I've really enjoyed. For me, it was more of an educative one. At least it was dad's view, and I always feel my dad is wise. And tunambianga kuishi kwingi ni kuona mengi. And if you are there and maybe you are in that kind of a situation, you can take some 1-2-1-2 yenye inakufaa, and always subscribe. Dad, utaambia aje tukimaliza?
Asanteni sana kwa kutusikiza. And continue watching things that are brought forward by Shiko.
Wow, Dad, you know I always feel happy like when talking this out, and I can't fear asking any question that in any trigger. I always feel like I'm comfortable talking and asking anything.
Correct.
Daddy, I love you so much.
Thank you very much.
Bye. Toodles.
Bye.
Mwah.